Simongala.
Our directors of programs, the Honorable Mr. Singh, the Honorable Mr. M.A. Mwango, Deputy President of the IFP, Ngosi Mbombongweni, members of the royal family present, the Reverend Canon Tombela, and Pastor Moodley, who conducted devotions for us this afternoon. Makoseni Nkulu, Honorable Mayors present, Honorable Deputy Mayors present, Honorable Speakers present, media present. I start by saying this is it. This is the final stretch. This is the moment of South Africa's transformation, which is almost upon us. On Wednesday morning, voting stations will open across our country, and we'll all have the chance to make history. In 1994, history was made by our people, who stood up in those queues and made their mark on the ballot page. They were the ones who ushered in change in our country. All we had fought for generations before that would have been lost in one day. But for the voters, a truly representative government would not have been chosen for them. So ultimately, comrades, it comes down to you, the electorate. We as leaders of the IFP have waged a campaign for social and economic justice. We have championed the restoration of integrity to governance. We have spoken to you here in KwaZulu-Natal, in Gauteng, in Mpumalanga, in Limpopo, in Northwest, and in the Western Cape, and in the Free State, and Northern Cape, and the Eastern Cape. We have told you what is possible and what can actually be done. Now it is in your hands. On Wednesday, the 8th of May, voters will again become the ushers of change in our nation. As you go to your voting stations and make your mark on the ballot paper, please take a moment to imagine what your vote will create. It may well be the tipping point that gives numbers to the IFP, restoring this province a leadership of integrity. Your vote can change everything. Through this campaign, I've spoken to people from all walks of life, in every community, from the rich to the poor, from learners to pensioners, from the unemployed to captains of industry. I notice that no matter who we are, or what we earn, or where we live, South Africans share a common hope for the future. We all want justice. Justice has been denied for far too long. And I'm not talking specifically about the courts when I mention justice here. I don't mean courts or judges, but I'm talking about fairness, and equal opportunity and respected rights. As much as our Constitution enshrines these principles, they have not translated into social justice and economic justice for the people of South Africa. The reason for this is quite simple. Those who are entrusted to implement these principles lost their way. Corruption took root in the ruling party. It was ignored and allowed to fester. And by the time it erupted full-blown into public view, the worst of the damage had already been done. Government was riddled with corruption. The results are there for everyone to see. Broken promises, broken systems, economic collapse and crisis. When we speak of international ratings agencies, foreign investment, and debt to the GDP, we are talking about things that directly affect you. what happens at macro level affects every South African because it translates into price hikes, job losses, closed doors, longer queues, and fading hope. When we hear about looting of state coffers and abuse of power, what we're really hearing is the word no. No, there's no money for free education. No, you won't be getting an RTP house. No, there's no work for you. No, you cannot access funding. No, the door is closed because someone else is lining his or her pockets at your expense, and they're doing it from a position of power. It is time then to change the power dynamic and to topple from power those who abuse their positions. It is time to clean house at the highest level because it is our house. It doesn't belong to politicians and cadres. It belongs to the people. If those whom we elected are abusing our mandate, they need to be removed. Remember what Madiba said in 1993, and I quote him. Madiba said, if the ANC does to you what the apartheid government did to you, then you must do to the ANC what you did to the apartheid government, unquote. That's what that icon said. Madiba himself told people, and I quote him again, quote, feel free to criticize us for the mistakes that we have committed. He urged us to be critical, to be alert, to be vigilant, because power has a tendency to corrupt. Indeed, the famous quote by Lord Acton states, power tends to corrupt, and absolute power, absolutely. Madiba knew what was going to happen if the ruling party lost its way, and he knew what it might happen. But years down the line, when the leadership of the ruling party has shifted from Mr. Nelson Mandela to Mr. Jacob Zuma, we're no longer one against corruption. We're being sold a lie about a good story to tell. In Parliament, the ruling party spokespeople always say, we have a good story to tell. The president told us, when all along corruption was eating away at the heart of his party, that there's a good story to tell. And this is how we arrived at the Zondo Commission, at the looting of the VBS Bank, at Bosasa, at the PIC, at the near collapse of social grant system, at the near collapse of ASCOM, at the chaos in our public broadcaster, and at books like Gangster State, License to Loot, How to Steal a City, An Enemy of the People. These books, ladies and gentlemen, are not fiction. They are exposés into rot that has gripped our country. We need to act. We need to take back our power and change the narrative. There is no evidence at all that the ruling party will self-correct. In the face of gross malfeasance and corruption, there has been no reaction whatsoever. They just keep going, business as usual. So it is left to us to do what is needed. It is up to us to save South Africa. If you have an ID and you are registered to vote, you are an activist already. You are already armed as an activist. You may not have marched through the streets in protest. You might not have volunteered to go door to door. In fact, you might have done nothing more political than complain about corrupt politicians. But if you are a voter, the power to topple a government is absolutely in your hands. And I urge you, therefore, to take very seriously the power that you have on May the 8th. Use it by going to vote, and use it wisely by voting for the IFP. It is not just about removing a failed leadership. It's about getting the right leaders into government. We need to do more than register our discontent. We need to change the story. Most of you know that I'm a Christian. There's a passage in the Bible that I particularly love from Hebrews chapter 11, verse 33. It reads, through acts of faith, they toppled kingdoms, made justice work, and gained what was promised, unquote. This, to me, is our mission. We as a nation need to do more than topple the leadership. We need to install a different leadership that will make justice work and gain what has been promised. There is a leadership ready and able to do this. It's a leadership of integrity, a leadership with principles, a leadership you can trust. For 44 years, the IFP has served South Africa. We're part of the liberation struggle. But the IFP is more than a formal liberation movement. We were with you, we're with your parents, we're with your grandparents, working to alleviate the daily hardships of life. Inkatha was here in South Africa. We were in the trenches, struggling for freedom, while building schools, houses, clinics, and community centers. Inkatha understood that burning things down was a short-term approach. It registered our anger, but it didn't build for the future. When we looked at South Africa, we saw more than justice and oppression. We saw an inheritance. We saw the good that was worth protecting, so that all South Africans could enjoy. This is why we stood against international sanctions, economic sanctions, being imposed on South Africa, and why I traveled the world persuading heads of state not to disinvest in South Africa. Inkatha knew that sanctions and disinvestment would hurt the poorest, the most with job losses and a shrinking economy. Today, the ruling party grasps this truth. It is very reason that they have opposed economic sanctions and disinvestment in Zimbabwe. But at the time, the ANC called from exile for sanctions to be imposed here on our soil. Inkatha sought to protect the economy, because we knew that this same economy would need to sustain the massive transformation from oppression to freedom. When we achieved democracy in 1994, the economy that we inherited was expected to meet the needs of millions of people who had formerly been excluded and ignored. How were you to build millions of houses, educate millions of children, and create millions of jobs if the economy we inherited was weak? This same vision for the future led Inkatha to reject the strategy making South Africa ungovernable. The ANC were saying the country must be made ungovernable. I tried to warn them that, fellows, if we make the country ungovernable now, it will be ungovernable even when we're in charge. We knew what if respect for the rule of law was deliberately removed from our society, that it would be impossible to restore our democracy to be achieved. Tragically, a whole generation were taught to abandon education, to burn down schools. They were taught to terrorize communities. They were taught to necklace their opponents and take away whatever they wanted by force. Now, we are living now with the legacy of this strategy. Criminality in South Africa is unbearable. The rule of law has been replaced with the rule of man, where criminals and gangsters flourish. It is not just in government that corruption strives. Corruption seethes through our communities, which syndicates and organized crime. These things could have been predicted. In fact, they were predicted. Inkatha warned time and again that the future was being compromised. But we're more than a warning voice. Inkatha acted to build the future. While schools were banned across our country to the chant of liberation now, education later, of the ANC, Inkatha raised a banner. We said, education for liberation. Across KwaZulu, we built more schools. We asked Amakosi to ask our people, poor as they are, to contribute a rand each. We took a rent from the pittance that we got from Pretoria. Because KwaZulu, on a per capita basis, got a shoestring budget. We ensured that learners were in the classroom, that quality was prioritized and teachers were motivated. We ensured that an entire generation was equipped and prepared for the future that we would all inherit. Today, many of South Africa's administrators, lawyers, academics, business people, doctors and journalists can trace their education back to the school of KwaZulu. How many of you know, for instance, that when I was Chancellor of the University of Zululand for 21 years, that our present Chief Justice and our present Deputy Chief Justice graduated there? We did so. We have been maligned. It was said that we're actually sellouts. When we achieved democracy, they were ready to transform our country through their skills in ethical leadership. In fact, we have taught an extra subject. We taught an extra subject in KwaZulu. It was called good citizenship. It equipped us to become advocates of social justice because we understood the system. It equipped us to use our power for good. For 19 years, I administered the governance of KwaZulu with the same principles I laid at the heart of Inkatha. And in 19 years, never once a single allegation of corruption ever leveled at my administration. Through Inkatha, we ignited the principles of unity in diversity, equality, servant leadership, empowerment, and shared responsibility. That is our legacy, but it is also our character. The IFP still champions those same principles. We brought them with us into democracy. When we governed at the national level, when I was appointed by Madiba and Mr. Mbeki, our president, to act as the president of this country, and appointed also as Minister of Home Affairs, there was not a whiff of corruption. That was through the government of national unity. And then when we governed KwaZulu, for the first 10 years of democracy, if I may remind you, in those 10 years, KwaZulu-Natal had 3 premiers and many IFP MECs, and our legacy continued. Never once was a single allegation of corruption ever leveled at any of our premiers or any of our MECs. That is the way it should be. But it's a far cry from South Africa. South Africa endures under the ruling party today. We need to restore that kind of integrity to the governance of KwaZulu-Natal. Just look at Maritzburg. In 10 years of administration, the ruling party has driven our capital into the ground. Msunduzi municipality owes a debt of 3 billion rand. It is so close to collapsing that their own MC has had to place the municipality under administration for the second time. They didn't learn the first time round. Sadly, too, that too is a legacy. No wonder the IFP was restored to local government in so many municipalities in 2016. The local government election saw the electorate calling the IFP back to the helm. You asked us to rescue local governance, and we did. Where the IFP is governing, justice has been restored. But there are many more municipalities continuing in crisis. We need to change the leadership there through by-elections and through the next local government election. That, however, is a few years away. In just 3 days' time, 1, 2, 3, there is something powerful we can do to change things across KwaZulu-Natal and in South Africa. We can restore the IFP to governance at provincial level through our votes on Wednesday. We can elect a leadership we trust, a leadership that has earned our trust year upon year. The IFP's message for the coming election has been simple: trust us. You know what the IFP stands for. You know what we believe in. We have given you every reason to trust us with the future. We offer far more than just crisis management, which is occurring at present. We offer a way to build future we all dream about, so that the present crisis will never be visited on South Africa again. It is time to dramatically change direction. There is no good reason to give your vote to people who have failed you, to people who abuse your trust, or play on your emotions. It is time to vote honestly, and vote honesty itself back into government. 56 days ago, I stood in Chatsworth and launched the IFP's manifesto for 2019. Today I'm standing in Ulundi, reminding you of everything we have seen and heard during this campaign. We have seen the IFP's leaders going from door to door. We have heard talk about solutions and possibility. We have seen posters and billboards saying, trust us. We have received T-shirts and read pamphlets. You saw us when floods destroyed houses in Durban, when we took food and care packages to some of the families that were victims. You heard us speak the truth to power and never malign our opponents. We never slander our opponents. We didn't tell you you are stupid for voting this way or that way. We didn't blame South Africa's problems on a racial minority. We didn't make pie in the sky promises based on failed policies like socialism and communism, which have been proven as shibboleths. Russia was almost destroyed by communism. I went to talk to President Nyerere twice. On the second occasion, I went to him because he was recognized throughout Africa as the guru of African socialism, Ujamaa. But he has reflected on it and his second thoughts on it. When I was appointed minister and he visited South Africa, he asked to come to my office. They arranged that. And he told a story that in 1980, when Mr. Mugabe was installed as Prime Minister then of Zimbabwe, he talked to President Mugabe about the economy of Zimbabwe. He said to him, we have inherited a jewel. Please don't destroy it. Don't do what I did in Zimbabwe. You heard that last week, President Mnangagwa is now trying to compensate some of the farmers who were dispossessed. But we have heard that there is a message from South Africa that has actually denigrated him by calling him a sellout. I was visited here in this building across by a group of young people from Russia. And they said they didn't want to hear anything at all about socialism. Just look what is happening in Venezuela. We didn't foment violent protests to show anyone up. And we didn't try to tell you that everything is great in what has been called a new dawn. The IFP has always been honest with you. Not just in this campaign, but for the past 44 years. Honest leadership has been at the heart of the IFP since we were born. We have earned your trust as you partnered with the IFP. You experienced our principles in action. You built with it. You grew up with it, with us, and you brought hope to our nation hand in hand with the IFP. It is time to take our partnership further. Let me remind you all one last time, before the 8th of May, what the IFP offers. These are our commitments for the coming election, and they are contained in our manifesto, which we have widely distributed. We are asking you to trust us to get the economy working. We ask you to trust us to be tough on crime. We ask you to trust us to promote responsible land reform. We ask you to trust us to fight gender-based violence. We have asked you to trust us to fix the education system. And we've asked you to trust us to promote social cohesion. Trust us to improve healthcare system, the healthcare system in our country. Trust us to protect the environment. We have a detailed plan on how to get this country working. If you have not read the IFP's manifesto, please do so now. Get talking about our ideas in the next 2 days. In every home, in every street, corner, and every campus should abuzz with the IFP's message of hope. It is up to you to raise a banner in our nation, telling those who have lost hope that South Africa can be saved. In this final stretch, before the election, the IFP is relying entirely on you. We have done all we can. We leave it now to our foot soldiers, to the activists and patriots who will take our message further. This election is going to be huge. You need to stay vigilant because we know that our opponents are not averse to manipulating the outcome. It happened before many times with all sorts of shenanigans, like missing ballot papers, like putting food under the lunch of the agents in plastic with already marked ballot papers. All sorts of electoral fraud and intimidation. If you see anything shouldn't be happening, if you see anything that shouldn't be happening, report it to the electoral officer immediately. Tell our party agents immediately. Go to the police immediately. Make sure that someone listens to you. Let me speak for a moment to our party agents. Thank you for volunteering. We are our eyes and ears at the voting stations. Your job is crucial to a free and fair election. So do what you have committed to do. Be on time. Stay on the job. Stay vigilant. We are operating in an atmosphere I've described to you. We need to do everything in our power to protect the right of our people to be heard. This is our voice and demands to be respected. Moakuluza wenu kanje ngitama amaphupho aphelile manje. Sisemaphethelweni manje. Sefika emzuzwini oguqula iningizimu Afrika. Esikwethethe amahlombe ethu. Ngolesithathu ekuseni ikhungo zokuvota ziyovula ekuseni kulo lonke izwe. Bese siba nethuba sonke basiqophe umlando omusha. Ngonyaka 1984 kwenziwa umlando ngabantu ababemile amahele ujenge imigqimide beshaya uphawu lwabo ephepheni XX ngoba kuyibo babesiphathele uguquko ngokwenze njalo. Kukho konke lokho esikalisibulele ezulwaneni ngaphambi kwalokho ukungasilahlekela ngosuku olulodwa uma bakwenzanga lokho. Ekugcineni kwehlela kini-ke bakwethu nonke ngamunye nonke nonembeza futhi. Thina njengabaholi be-IFP sithathele ngomkhankaso nodaba lobulungiswa bemphakathi kanye nobulungiswa bezomnotho. Sesikulele ukubuyisana kobuqotho ekusingatheni kokubusa. Sesikhulume nani lapha kwaZulu Natal kanjalo nasey'fundazweni njengo-Gauteng noMpumalanga noLimpopo North West, Western Cape, Free State, Northern Cape, Eastern Cape. Sesinitshelile ukuthi kuyini okungenzeka nokuthi lokho kungenziwa kanjani. Kumanje sisezandleni zenu. NgoLwesithathu mhla 8 enyangeni kaNhlaba abavali bawuphinda futhi babe ngabasilethela uguquko esizweni sakithi. Njengoba niya ekhongweni zokuvota noshaya uphawu lwenu ephepheni lokuvota, akuthatha umzuzu comrade omncane nje ucabanga ukuthi ivoti lakho lingakudalela ini empilweni yakho. Ngase kube isimo lesi esinikeza inombolo ku-IFP nesibuyisela isifundazwe ebuholini obunobuqotho. Ivoti lenu lingaguqula into eyiningi. Kuwo wonke lo mkhankaso sengikhulumile nabantu abaphuma kuzonke iy'nkalo zezwe kuyo yonke imiphakathi kwabalizamela likaMpondo ngikhulumile nabo. Kulaba abangenalutho impabango ngikhulumile nazo. Ngikhulumile nabafundi nabahola impesheni. Ngakhuluma nabantu abaswela imisebenzi abazinkulungwane nabanikazi beyimboni. Ngakuphawula ukuthi kakukhathaleki ukuba singobani noma sicosha nzuzoni kuphi ukuze siphile nokuthi sihlala kuphi. Izakhamuzi zaseNingizimu Afrika zishiyelana ithemba elifanayo manje kusasalayo sisonke ngothi lwethu sifuna ubulungiswa sokudala silokhu ubulungiswa obugodliwe benqatshelwa kubantu angikhulumi ngenkantolo mangikhuluma ngobulungiswa ngikhuluma ngobulungiswa obungenamigoqo amathuba aphakwa ngokulingana kungabikho ukuchema ngobulili nangokuzalana sifuna amalungelo ahloniphekileyo nakumthethosisekelo uqukethe lokhu njengobuligugu elilokho ngale mgomo kodwa ayikahumusheki le mgomo kuba siyibone njengento ephathekayo emphakathini yethu nasebulungisweni kwezemnotho ezakhamizini zabantu baseNingizimu Afrika isizathu salokhu silula nje laba ababenikwe ilungelo lokufezisa lonke lezi zinto bebuhlangana namashumi amabili aze eva balahlekelwe indlela yalokhu baphuma esikolweni bathuthuze nje bathithize nje inkohlakalo yami ilingabo eqenjini elibusayo bakuthi njengovunyelwa ngamabomu kuvunyelwa ukuba ivunde kuthe lapho phihlika khona phihlikele emehlweni abantu umonakalo wedlula ukwenza wawuvelisa ukade wenzekile isiqu sikahulumeni kwaba sesivithikile ngenxa yenkohlakalo uhle komzimba odutshulwe wavadazwa zinhlamvu zesibhamu imiphumela yakho konke lokhu kayidinge izibuko ukuba ibe sobala ithembiso ezingafezwanga ingqala isinda ezephukileyo ukufadalala komnotho ezweni izimo ezibucayi kungethi izwe lonke lapho-ke sikhuluma ngeyilinganiso ezenziwa ngama-agents omhlaba ama-raters utshalomali nesikweletu nekwakumkhiqizo ezweni sikhuluma mali nezinto ey'thitha iy'mpilo zenu bokhomrade ngqo okwenzekayo ezingeni lokujudwa kwezinto kunemiphumela ethinta wonke umuntu oyisakhamuzi lelizwe ngoba kuhumusha kwenyisweni kwamanani okuthenga ukudla kubumba eqolo kulethwa imisebenzi ukuvalwa kweminyango amaqela amade kanye satshalelelwa yithemba uthi lapho sizwa ngokuphanga komthombo yamafa yabakhokhi bentela kanye nokuxhashazwa kwamandla lesi ekusizwayo kuyilizwe lodwa elithi cha kakunamali yemfundo yamahhala cha kawuyithola indawo yomkhaso cha kawukho umsebenzi kuwo cha kawukwazi ukufinyela esizweni lemali cha umnyango wakuvaliwe lokho kwenza kuphela ngoba othile egqisha amakhukhu akhe ngosizi lwenu futhi konke lokhu bakwenza ngamandla ngenxa yeyikhundla ababekwe kuso sokuyisikhathi manje lesi kulo kwamanje ukuphatha ubuso ukuketshela emandleni laba abachaphaza iy'khundla zokuphatha sokuyisikhathi manje sokuhlanza indlu emazingeni aphezulu ngoba indlu yethu le South Africa kawusiyindlu yosopolitiki thina akuyindlu emasotsha nenhlangano ey'thile niyambona umbhidikazana owenzeke eThekwini ngoba kwathi laba babe ngu-MK besebenzisa imisebenzi efanayo banikola inkece engaphezulu kwabanye iTheku namhlanje lingcovana ubaba umfundisi Ntombela wayengumfundisi wami lapha enkonjeni engumpristi wami wawuthi mahlobo awuyifuni ingcoviya kodwa eThekwini yayibona ingcovisi khona le ndlu yethu ubunikazi bayo ngeyethu iSouth Africa ngabantu esibakhethileyo beqhaphaza igunya lethu esinganike lona kuba nesidingo sokuba sibagudluze ekuphatheni amandla ngoba behlulekile khumbulani ukuthi uMadiba wathini ngo-1993 wathi nxa i-ANC yenza kini lokho umbuso wobandlulo owawukwenza kini nani-ke kufanele nenze lokho ku-ANC nenikwenza uhulumeni wobandlulo akho njalo uMadiba uqobo lakhe watshela abantu ngiyamcaphuna futhi wathi sizweni nikhululekile ukusola isigxeke ngokwakhayo emaphutheni esiwenzile. Wasikhuthaza futhi wathi sigxeke ngokwakha, sihlale siqaphile, sihlale simise izindebe ngoba manje imvamisa yawo aholelana enkohlakalweni. uMadiyo wakwazi okwawuzokwenzeka nxa iqembu elibusayo lilahlekelwa indlela yalo, futhi wakwazi okungahle kwenzeke. Kodwa kwathi ngokuhamba kwesikhathi ubuholi beqembu elibusayo seliguduka endleleni yomnumzana uMandela, sekuthatha umnumzana uZuma, kwase kuphele nya lokho kuqwashisa kwaMadiba mayelana nenkohlakalo. Sasilokhu sithengiselwa amanga ipholoza nje. Uma kwakuyisikole sofuna isikole sokukhuphuka Bhejane, abantu bangazofunda lapha eSouth Africa. Kungakho lokhu safika kuCommission eJudge Zone ngokuphanga kwebhangi, VBS, Bosasa, PIC, engcupheni kohlelo ibonelele zomphakathi, imali kaDesh, ukuwa Eskom, isipilisi somsakazo womphakathi, SABC, ekulotsheni kwamabhuku asephume lonke izwe, New Gangster State, no license to loot, no how to steal a city, and no enemy of the people. No athenge enamanje kuwathenga. Ngoba lezi ncwadi ayibhale ngayo into ekanjiwe, zivumbulula ukubola osekuphendike kwaba yiligoda phezu kwekhanda lezwe lakithi. Sidinga ukusuma sibhunkule, sikubuyisela amandla ethu futhi siguqule ngendlela okukhulunywa ngayo. Kabe kufazi nobuncane okuyiqembu elibusayo ngake liyinuka amakhwapha bese lilungisa lona, ngeke bakwenze lokho. Ebusweni bokwenza ububi ungethembeki okungenamkhawulo nenkohlakalo, kayeze kube khona ukujezisa umuntu ukuba bonke labantu babo abalwa kulamanyundululo engikhuluma ngabo baqhubeka ngomkhuba enjwayelo yabo. Ngoba sekusele kithi kwenza lokho kudinga sikwenze, sekusele kithi ukusindisa eNingizimu Afrika. Uma ngabe unomazisi ubhalisele futhi ubhalisele vote wishoshop sethu sokuqala nesokugcina. Okungenzeka futhi awukaze ubambe imashi embhikisho kuqembu. Ngenzeka ukuthi wake wavolontiya uhambela imikhankaso eminyango ngeminyango. Empeleni uma ungumvoti okungenzeka ukuba awukaze wenze lutho lezombusazwe unokukhononda nje kuphela. Mana nosopolitiki abanenkohlakalo, mana nosopolitiki abanenkohlakalo. Kodwa uma ngabe ngumvoti amandla agudluza uhulumeni obusayo asezandleni zakho. Ngiyanikhuthaza ngakho-ke ukuba mthathe ngokuyimisela yamandla onke eninawo ngomhla ka-8 uNhlaba ngoLwesithathu. Sebenzani bakithi ngokuhamba niyovota, niyosebenzise ngobuhlakani ukuvotela i-IFP. Ngakho kuphela ukugudluza ubuholi obesilekile. Kumele nokufaka abaholi abalungele ukungena kwahulumeni, abanezimilo, abangewona amasela. Sifanele ukwenza ongaphezulu kokubhalisela ungenelisi. Sidinga uluguqula lolu daba. Iningi lethu liyangazi mina ukuthi ngumKristu. Esahlukweni se-11 encwadini kaPawulu yamaHebheru ivesi 33 ifundeka kanje: okwathi ngokholo balo nembuso bayinqoba, benza ukulunga, bathola ithembiso, bavala imilomo ingonyama. Imlokhu umsebenzi wethu thina njengesizwe, sidinga ongaphezulu kunokudla ubuholi. Sidinga ukufaka ubuholi lobo obuwenza ubulungiswa uba busebenze bese sizuza lokho okuthenjisiwe. Kunobuholi esibilindele futhi abunekhono lokwenza okuqondile. Kunobuholi obuqotho, ubuholi obunemgomo, ubuholi ongabethemba. Eminyakeni ngama-44 i-IFP isebenzele eNingizimu Afrika ngokuthembeka. Sasiyingxenye yenhlangano zomzabalazo oholela inkululeko. Kodwa i-IFP ingaphezu kwenhlangano ezayilela inkululeko sasinani lapho sikanye nabazali benu noyihlo omkhulu senzele ukunciphisa ubunzima bansuku zonke bempilo sicindezele uhulumeni wamabhunu inkandla yabe ilapha phakathi kweNingizimu Afrika sasemiseleni sizobalazela inkululeko ngaleso sikhathi sakha igole sakha izindlu nazi ezinye ngaphesheya azibo oveza unyawo futhi izindlu zakhiwa yimi nohulumeni yanini emlazi nakwamashu nibona izindlu engangizakhela abantu bakithi inkatha yakuqondisisa ukuthi ukuthungela imlilo ngomlilo izinto umzamo nje wesikhashana lokho esingeze sakusondela lokhu wena okulwela kwaba kushaya uphawu lentukuthelo yethu kwabe kungasakheli lutho manje kusasa lethu kanye nomzabalazo wethu lapho sibheke eNingizimu Afrika sasibona ngaphezulu kungabi bikho ukulungisa nencindezelo eyigabhini sasibuka sonke sibone ubuhle ofanele kwesikuvikele uzo bonke abantu balelizwe bajabule kwangalesi sizathu baphathi bohlelo bangazitha lokugabhisa ukumelana kwethu nokudutshwa komnotho ngenkathi ukhongolose umnotho wezwe awudutshwe inkampani zaphesheya ehambe bethi ngalokho balaya abelungu ngaphikisana nalokho ngoba ngihamba eGoli eSoweto la KwaZulu-Natal kwamashu eMlazi naseLanga Cape Town naseMangaung naseKroonstad ngibabuza abantu ukuthi sikweseke yini uthunywa kwezwe njengokusho ukhongolose ingakho-ke ngingazange nguvume ukuba ngibe ishoshovu sokuthi izwe lelahlingi ngoba inkatha ayikwazi ukuthi ukudutshwa komnotho nokubhonxa kwezikhonkwane zomnotho kwakuzolimaza kweqile labampofu kulahleke nemisebenzi kushobanise isimo somnotho libona imisebenzi ingekho nje yadeleka ngaleyo nto ngaleyo hlabamkhosi kakhongolose uyabhunula ikhonkwane nomnotho nenkampani kuthiwa ihamba ibili eNgilandi naseJalimani naseMerika nakwamanye amazwe namhlanje iqembu libusayo libambe ngesandla ubufakazi balokhu ngoba ngihleli bephikisa lokhu ngiphikisa lokhu mina kodwa bona manje bathi imzimbamba ayisikutswinywa ngambuza umhlonishwa umengameli Zuma ngolunye usuku ngathi msholozi ngizwe ukuthi nani nje izimbabwe ayisikutswinywa ngomnotho wathi nawo phela ngafa abantu abombovu ngathi hamba msholozi nani ngithiwa kangakani ngingcolisa lonke izinto ngimdayisi ngokusho njalo namazi kumsholozi wayevela ahleke nje ke kuphela inkatha ayifuna ukuvikela umnotho wezwe ngoba sasikwazi ukuthi wona lo mnotho udinga uba usimamise khona kanye uguquka okukhulu encindezeni noba sithola inkululeko kodwa basiphumela ukuthola intando yeningi ngo-1994 umnotho sawuthola njengefo wawulindeleke ukuba uhlangabezana ney'dingo zeyigidi zabantu bakithi ababekade becindezelwe bekhishwe inyumbazana benganakiwe ulindeleke ukwakhiwa kwesigidi zezindlu ufundiswe izigidi zey'ngane zidala ney'gidi zemsebenzi basithebe ePhantshana eMnambithi Peters inkampani ngayidala balapho babantu bangafi njalo umnotho wethu ngesikhathi sithatha inkululeko ubuntekenteke umbono ofana ngekusasa baholela inkatha ukuba ile nqabe-ke iqhingasu likakhongolose lokwenza izwe bali bangabusiki lokwenzeka eThekwini nje khongolose wathi abantu benze lokho imfundiso yabo nekufanele ba-celebrate ngoba imfundiso yabo ichumile eThekwini sasikwazi ukuthi uma inhlonipho yokubusa kwengalo yomthelo ugudluze emphakathini wezwe kuyoba nzima ukubuyisela ukusebenza kwengalo yomthetho nxa sisizuze intando yeningi ngesho isizukulwane sonke safundiswa ukugcikela phansi imfundo noma ikole ethungela ngomlilo konke lokho kwenzekayo yile mfundiso bafundisa ukuphoqa ngobujovo abesabayo imphakathi baphuzisa abantu cooking oil babulela abantu bakubo babezimbangi nabo zombusazwe babakhungela amathayi entanyeni babathele ngopetrol babashise bephila bese bethatha bekufuna ngodlini siphila abakwethu nalowo mlando owaqanjwa ukhongolose iqingaso labo leli umgebengu eNingizimu Afrika kabekezeleki ingalo yomthetho sithathelwe indawo yayo umthetho womuntu lapho igerekeqe namaqoqo egameka achuma ngakhona nje uhulumeni la inkohlakalo ichume khona inkohlakalo ibhibhidla emphakathini emaqoqweni emndeni igebengu nobugebengu obuhleliweyo lezi zinto kwakufanele ukuba zibekezele zingenzeki zingakenzeki eqinisweni kwaba yisibikezelo inkatha yaxwayisa iphindelela ukuthi ikusasa lalilengiselwa esimeni sokucayi odongeni lolu izwe likubo manje udongo kodwa kwethu kwakungaphezulu kwesixwayisa inkatha yasukumele ukwakha ikusasa kwathi lapho iy'kole sithombaniswa ngomlilo lonke izwe ngaphansi kwesiqubulo sikakhongolose esithi inkululeko manje imfundo muva uDr Motlana engangifunda la eFort Hare University waletha ingane yakhe uKharabu ingane zakhe kimi kungasafundwa eSoweto uqhoboza i-editor yephepha elikhulu World waletha ingane yakhe kimi bazofunda ey'koleni sekufundwa lapha kwaZulu kuphela sakuqinisekisa ukuthi la kwaZulu saka iy'kole ngaphezulu kwesibalo sakuqinisekisa ukuthi abafundi bonke abasey'koleni basemagunjeni okufunda uma izinga lomsebenzi labeke phezulu futhi othisha bekhuthele sakuqinisekela ukuthi zonke izizukulwane zisonyiswe ngamakhono balungisela ikusasa esasilithola libe yifa lethu namhlanje-ke iningi lezakhamuzi eliphethe iy'khundla abameli ifundisi osomabhizinisi odokotela kanye ney'ntatheli bangalandela umkhondo wemfundo yabo ey'koleni zakwethu umhlonishwa nje ungqongqoshe wethu ukuyiphatha kwekakhokta umhlonishwa uDr Mkhize health minister la uzabe udokotela wafunda ngebhasari ekhishwa uhulumeni wami lapho kwaZulu okwathi besizuza intando yeningi senza ukuthi babe khona abantu sebekulungele uguqula izwe basebenzisa amakhono nokuyiphatha ebuholini eqinisweni sasifundisa isifundo ukuyakuthiwa i-good citizenship ubuntu buthu sihlomulisa kuba ngabameli bokulungiswa komphakathi ngoba sesiqonda ukuhlela kwasihlomisa ukuba sisebenzise amandla ethu ukwenza okuhle eminyakeni eyishumi-9 ngiphela uhulumeni wakwaZulu akuyiwa ngibekho lencane iqhashazi lethi kokwalahleka nje ngisuzuka kwemali yabantu kwathi uma seqedwe sekungena ngo-94 sekuthiwa bonke ohulumeni bama-homelands ababuyisa imali ePitoli ngoseyohamba yoqala uhulumeni omusha kwaba yimi ngedwa zwi owayibuyisayo bayidla ibonke inkosi esimahlayizeni ivamile ngaso sonke isikhathi uma ikhuluma ngisenkani isikhumbuzo ukuthi bathi masisodwa ehontshini nongqongqoshe bami basibethi lezi imoto ecubezelayo impisholo esihamba ngazo asihambe nazo ngathi mina cha imali yabantu fanele siyishiye leli yigugu lomlando wethu nomhlakani bomqondo sakule ndawo nathi entandweni yeningi lapho sasingethe khona ukubusa nalapho sekuphethe uhulumeni ngosasithatha isifundazwe ngo-94 kwakhona i-ondunankulu abathathu umhlonishwa Dr. Frank Mdalosi, umhlonishwa Dr. Ben Gubane, umhlonishwa Dr. Lionel Mtshali akaze kuphatheka amagama abo ekuhwabuluzeni imali yabantu nakongqongqoshe bawo kodwa namhlanje lapha seyinkantolo ngqongqoshe abanye nababe ngondunankulu lokho engikushoyo phela yona ndlela okufanele ibe yiyo ukhona ukukhala okhulu iningizimu Afrika kubezeleleyo kweqembu elibusayo sidinga ukubuyisela uhlobo lobuqotho ekuphatheni kokubusa lapha KwaZulu-Natal umasipala waseGundlovu uMsunduzi usize wamiswa kabili wephuka ungqongqoshe onkhongolose naye ngoba behluleke nyama uma imali ingayi kusebenza imisebenzi yabantu kodwa ingene lapha kula emlonyeni wabo nalapha makukhukhwini abo ngikhuluma Pietermaritzburg i-capital ngakho akumangalisi ubuyisela we-IFP ekuphatheni komasipala abaningi ngo-2016 inkelo zahulumeni basekhaya zabona umbizo we-IFP iphindiselwa esicongweni nasicela basizotakula ukuphatha kwasekhaya savuma nathi umhlonishwa ngirazi ekhuluma lapho umntwana enkosi Hlabisa oyi-candidate yethu kandunankulu usebe umeya isikhathi eside akaze kuzwakale lutho kunjalo hayi meya zeteyilapha namhlanje ayibukho nalapha endumeni lapha sekusinwa ngumeya usiboniso mbatha uze wawa nje ngoba iqembu elibusayo lithenga amakhansela ethu amanye asengawethu ngegama bese kumakuvotwa bese kushoda bese kufika sekumasipala fanele uthathe nayo into ebuhlungu sidinga uguquko ebuholini ngakubuza inketho zingichibiyela nangenketho zohulumeni basekhaya nokho-ke lokho kuyiminyaka emibala ezayo kodwa ngikhumbuza ukuthi ensukwini ey'ntathu nje 1 2 3 kukhona into ethile enamandla esingayenza uguqula izinto kuso sonke isifundazwe ngamavoti enu ngolwesithathu singakhela ubuholi esingabethemba ubuholi lobo osebuzuze ukwethenjwa kwethu yini eminyakeni ilandelana umyalezo we-IFP walolu khetho oluzayo ululu uthini September niyazi ukuthi i-IFP imele ukuthini niyazi ukuthi isikholelwa kuphi sesinikeze sonke isizathu sokuba nisethembele ikusasa lenu sinikezela ngokungaphezulu kunokunakekela kwey'nkinga zombuso sinikeza indlela yokwakha eyaphambili eyiphupho lethu sonke ukuze iy'nkinga ey'khona zingaphindi zihaqe iningizimu ne-Afrika sokuyisikhathi esokuqondisa lokhu ngasikho isizathu esihle sokunikela ivoti lakho kubantu abakholele ekuhlulekeni kubantu abaxhaphazi kwethemba wakho basebenzise ukudlala ngemizwa yakho ibhelu lezenza insuku zaphuma ey'fundazweni zonke zenzeka iningi lazo zonke zenzeka komasipala wakakhongolose ngoba ehlulekile ey'nsukwini ezingamashumi 5 ngangise-Chatsworth isithuba imanifesto isanika baholi bethu bahamba ngqongqoze indlela yonke iminyaka senizwile sikhuluma ngesicazululo nokungenzeka ama-comrade. Seniyibonile ikhangiso ezinomlayezo othi sethemba. Sinamukela ama-t-shirt nafunda nama-pamphlet ethu. Nisibonile lapho izikhukhula bhubhisa eThekwini ukuthi noma singeyena uhulumeni saya siyoduduza abanye abavela izikhotha sabaphathela neshukulwana zokudla nesizwe sikhuluma iqiniso elibheke emandleni futhi nongelinge sigqibe asebenzise ngokugqika nenhlamba basithuke laba abazimba msethu kasikaze sinitshele ukuthi akuthiwe bazilima umvote nokuthi nani nizivima uma nivote ikhongolose neliqembu nizilima akaze ngikusho lokho asikaze siyisole ingqinamba zeNingizimu Afrika ngoba ngingabuhlanga bedlanzana kasikaze senze ithembiso ezingumsindo wamagobongo angenalutho azinemfundisweni ye-socialism kanye communism kasikaze sibophe itulo yokuphephezela impikisho yodlame uveza yinoma ngubani kasikaze sizame ukunitshena ukuthi yonke into ilungile ngaphansi kwalokho kubizwa ngokusa okusha uthole yantwele ezansi ngihlala ungena mengameli uthole yantwele ezansi mbona bathi leyantwela ngibona mina ngathi thile shona uyaqaphelisisi lokuthi liya intwele ezansi manje ngoba sekuphethe mengameli wethu abadidekile bafana bafuna imuvu liyoshona yayifiyenza ukwethembeka kini hayi ngomkhankaso kuphela kodwa emkhankasweni eminyaka engama-40 nofazi bomgomo yethu nakha ndawonye nathi nakhula ndawonye nathi nalesi themba esizweni sakithi sihambisana sibambene ngezandla ne-IFP sokuthatha futhi ukusebenza ngokuhlanganyela siqhubekele phambili ngangikhumbisa okokugcina ngaphambi ka-8 kuNhlaba ukuthi i-IFP iphatheleni lezi zibophezelo zethu zokhetho esiqonde kulo ziqukethe emqulwini wezethembiso zokhetho le-IFP. Siyanicela-ke bocomrade nisethembe ukwenza umnotho ubuyele esimeni sokusebenza futhi. Ngiyanicela bocomrade nisethembe uba nengalo eqinileyo ukubhekana nobugebengu. Ngiyacela bocomrade banisethembe ukukhuthaza uguquko onobuqotho odabeni lomhlaba. Ngiyanicela South Africans sethembeni ukulwisana nodlame oluphathelene nokuxhashazwa kobulili nokuhlukumeza isifazane ney'ngane. Nisethembe ukulungisa iy'nhlelo kwezemfundo. Nisethembe ukukhuthaza ukuhlanganiswa komphakathi. Nisethembe ukwenza kangcono inhlelo zokunakekela kwempilo. Nisethembe ekuvikeleni imvelo. Niyazi ukuthi lapha esiqiwini obhejanele abakhulu inkulumandla ukuthi imini nobusuku shahwe impondo ubulawa imvelo uNkulunkulu walihlobisa izwe lakithi ngeyilwane kodwa shahwa impondo lezo ubhejane ngoba kuthiwa kulamazwe aphasheya imvuthu uma begaya impondo zabhejane sebethole ubangalala. Sinemniningwane esiswini sethu yokuthi sizokwenza njani ukuze izwe lisebenze. Uma ungayifunda imaniso yethu ngicela ukwenzeke lokhu manje ukhulume ngembono yethu ensukwini ey'ntathu ensukwini ey'mbili ezizayo yonke imizi namakhono emgwaqo kuzo zonke iy'khungo ephakeme usho amashushu ngomlayezo we-IFP wethemba kukuwe ukuphakamisa ibhena isizwe sakithi utshela laba asebelahlekelwe yithemba ukuthi iNingizimu Afrika ingasindiswa. Kuleli banga lokugcina ngaphambi kokhetho i-IFP ethembele kuwe. Sesikwenzile konke ebesingakwenza. Sesethembele emabuthweni ethu ishoshovu nabathandi bezwe labo abawuthatha umlayezo wethu aqhubekele nawo phambili. lolu khetho luzoba olukhulukazi into engikhathaza kakhulu ukuthi iphepha luvota lingangebhayibheli umkhulu ngoba amaqembu angena okhethweni awu-48 kuyadinga ukuthi amavolontiya yithi alekelele abantu abadala njengoba nihlale niqaphile ngoba siyazi ukuthi imbangi zethu ngokufane into yabo ukuthubelezisa imiphumela yokhetho sekwenzeka ngaphambili ngalo lonke uhlobo lugila imkhulu kulahleka amaphepha okuvota amanye acishwa lapho ndini amanye acishwa eNewcastle umkhonyovu wokuvota nokwesabisa nxa ubona ngabe yini okungafanele yenzeke bikela izikhulu zokhetho masinyane tshela ama-party agents masinyane yana emaphoyiseni masinyane qinisekisa ukuthi ukhona olalelayo lapho ubika tshela uba ngikhuluma imizuzwana yokugcina kuma-party agent ngiyabonga ukuthi nibe ngamavolontiya ningamehlo ney'ndlebe zethu kuzo zonke iy'khungo zokuvota umsebenzi wenu ubucayi ekwenzeni ukhetho olukhululekileyo lungenzeleki ngakho yenzani konke kusemandleni enu kulokho enibophezele ukwenza nifike ngesikhathi ningacaluzi emsebenzini niqaphele ngaso sonke isikhathi singakonke okusemandleni ethu ukuvikela ilungelo labantu bakithi ubadlwakala leli zwi lethu lifanele ukuhlonishwa angisenawo amaningi bakwethu angisenawo amaningi elokugcina kuphela ngithi votelani IFP amandla 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 iyaphi into iyokwenzani iyaphi into iyokwenzani amandla jikelele 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 Siaya, okay, please. 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 Amanda, Martha, Martha, Nadima. Gubi, 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 mo. Hosiaya, Hosiaya. Gubi, 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 mo. Hosiaya, Hosiaya. Toma besta tumona. Besti shaya, besti mopa. Toma besta tumona. Besti shaya, besti mopa. Gubi, 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 mo. Hosiaya, Hosiaya. Gubi, 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 mo. Hosiaya, Hosiaya. Toma besti tumona. Besti shaya, besti mopa. Toma besti tumona. Besti shaya, besti mopa. Gumbi, gumbi, gumbi.
You're watching SABC News. That was IFP.